Okay, let's go. This road that we're heading along here this afternoon, folks, is called Fore Street, spelled F-O-R-E. If you've been to many towns and villages around Cornwall, you'll recognise that a lot of them have a Fore Street, roughly translated from Cornish, it means Main Street or High Street. And obviously, back in the day, Newquay would have been built around the harbour, which is down here on the right. As we work, the fishing industry would have been, therefore this area here would have been the old High Street area. And if you look over here to your left, you can see a lovely mural that was painted last year. It depicts a local fisherman attending his net by candlelight. That was actually painted by a local 18-year-old. I think she's done a really good job on that one there. Down here on your right, folks, you've got some of the oldest houses in Newquay. These are the old fishermen's cottages, which will overlook the harbour. You can see some of the exposed stone and brickwork that are very out here on your right. Some of these exposed stones are actually ballast that will be coming off of the ships located into the harbour. From here, folks, we're going to go take you on the cliffs and show you off some views. It's going to get a little bit breezy, so hold on to your hats and hold on to your children. Thank you. Okay, folks, if you want to get yourself a crystal picture today, there's this road to get on your left. We'll get you straight down to the beach. My stop is up here at the top of this hill. From there, you can also follow the coastal path along if you fancy a bit of coastal route. Over to your right, you can see the Atlantic Hotel. The Atlantic Hotel is one of the oldest hotels in Newquay, and is famously the place where the Beatles used to come and stay back in the 60s. And they used to visit Newquay on their magical history tour. Over the years, there are lots of celebrities and famous people staying here. Most recently that I know of was the Japanese Prime Minister, who founded the G7 Summit 100 years ago. Folks, have a quick moment. You can see the old Coast Guard lookout right down there on the very far end of the headland. That's the little white turret-like building. Over to your far left-hand side, you see the big red and black building with spires. That is the Headland Hotel. The Headland Hotel is the only 5-star hotel in Newquay, and it is famous for being the filming location of the 1919 classic British film Rolled Old Silver Cheese. After World War II, it was also used as an old hospital. Believe it or not, folks, underneath us here, there is actually a large cave system known as the Tea Caves. It's called the Tea Cave because it's where the smugglers used to come and hide their tea, and also their rum, and their tobacco, and their brandy. During the 18th century, it's thought that the Cornish people used to smuggle up to 500,000 gallons of brandy out of the county every single year. On your left here, folks, is the Hewer's Hut. The Hewer's Hut is one of the oldest buildings in Newquay. It's the old fisherman's lookout. It's where they used to stay overnight and to keep a lookout across the bay for any shoals or fish coming into the town. If they saw any pilchards or mackerel coming in, they would let out the yells of "Heave-ah! Heave-ah!" and that would let the fishermen know to ready their boats to come out fishing. From here, folks, you can also get to see most of Newquay's beaches. You do get some lovely views from here. It's just a shame these bushes are in your way. Opposite us, you can see Tolkard Beach underneath a big crane. You have Great Western Beach to the right of that, with the slope going down to it. And then you have Tower Beach down here ahead of us with the aquarium above it. Also down there is the harbour, but you cannot see that from this angle, I'm afraid. You can see the harbour down there to your left. Behind the harbour wall there is where they keep all the fishing boats. The beach down here ahead of us is Towen Beach, with the Blue Reef Aquarium above it. People often ask me about the little house over on the island there as well. So that house used to be open to the public. You used to walk across the bridge there and go get some lunch in the tea rooms and the camp. We used to have a little art gallery there as well. However, now it is a private holiday rental. If you want to stay on that island for a week, folks, it will only set you back £3,500. What a bargain. Old Beach, you can get some lovely views from the back of your left-hand shoulder. You can see the harbour back there in the corner of the bay. Also back over the cliffs with a big white building, the Atlantic Hotel. That is where we were earlier on. If you were to follow the headland out from there, out and down, you can see down the very low part of the headland with a little white building there. That is the old lifeboat station, which boasts the steepest slip point in Britain. It is currently no longer a lifeboat station, however, it is now an art gallery. If you were to get yourself down there, folks, there's a little peephole in the front door. You can have a look through there and see what art is on the display.
You're at the house.
This area here on the left is the Barrow Fields. It's actually called the Burial Barrow, which you can see there on the left. It's built about 2,500 to 3,000 years ago, so the local rock-based chieftain was buried in that mound. There was originally 12 of these burial mounds on this site. However, the farmer who was after the stone that they were largely constructed out of destroyed most of them back in the 16th century. Did you know that Cornwall has more ancient sites than any other county in England? We have over 4,500 ancient